Now it is my responsibility to dictate how you perceive me, right?
Mhm.
And my actions towards you, right? Because as your husband, I don't want to make you sad. I don't want to make you hurt. I don't want to hurt you in any way. I want you to be happy. I want you to be at the very least agreeable with me, right?
Yeah.
So in that point, yes, I'm somewhat responsible through my actions of how you feel,
Mhm.
but how you look at me in the moment that's strictly on you, right?
Yeah.
Especially if I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do and I'm not really acting out of character, right? Now,
Okay.
if I'm in here a while and doing something out of character and I'm giving you just cause to look at me weird and be like, what are you on?
Yeah.
That's different. But if it's just a normal day, I'm not responsible for your feelings towards me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Life After I Do. I am
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Nisha G, and I'm here with my husband,
Your husband,
Molito,
Molito.
aka Maurice Gill.
Molito. Momito.
Oh, the way our daughter says it is Molito.
Momito.
Hi, Molito.
Momito.
Hey, babe.
Hey, boo, what's up?
How's it going?
It's going, baby.
How was your week?
It was just a countdown.
The final countdown. He's been on vacation this week. So when vacation first started, every day the first day, he's like, 11 days. I'm going to be with you for 11 days. And I was like, oh, yay. Then it was 10 days. Then it was 5 days. How many days you got now, babe?
0.
You don't have 0.
You got somebody else with you.
Huh?
You got somebody else with you.
What are you talking about? How many days do you have left?
1.
What you have? No. Well, I mean, I guess if you include
By the
today.
time that y'all hear this, I'll be back at work.
Yeah, by the time you hear this, he'll be back at work. But it's been nice having you home.
Momito.
It's been nice having you home. It's been
Y'all
nice
just
having
y'all
both of
just
y'all.
abuse me. You just want me home so I can chauffeur you around. Your daughter just want to attack me. She has 2 modes. Either she's gonna beat me up or she's gonna be overtly affectionate. Cause she went through a spell yesterday where she wanted to like kiss my forehead for like 10 minutes straight. And I said, okay, I love you too. This is enough.
Don't tell her it's enough. She was feeling lovey.
Okay, well she could I said go love on your mama.
She did. And I love when she does.
Yeah, go
Because
love
she says, Mama,
go
Mama, I
go
love
go
you.
love on your mama.
And I say, oh, I love you too, baby. But anywho, tell me more about your week. How was your vacation overall?
It was terrible.
Why?
I was dealing with sickness and illness and trying to bounce back and then trying to weather the storm, put on a strong face and and make sure my daughter have a good Christmas, make sure you have a good birthday and make sure we had somewhat of a decent New Year's meal, you know.
Oh, it's just so hard, huh?
I'm done. How was your week?
My week was good. I enjoyed having my sister down for a few days. My sister
Trash.
lives up north. Um, Goodbye. I enjoyed having my sister down for a few days. That was really nice. Got to spend some quality time with her. She spent my birthday with me and New
Oh
Year's.
hell.
Oh no, wait. Not New Year's. My birthday, but not New Year's. She came the day after New
She
Year's.
came the day of New Year's.
Oh, the day of New Year's. That's right. She came the day of New Year's.
God, man, you got a year
Um,
older now. Your memory going first
right.
your shoulder, now your memory. Lord, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to trade you in ASAP. I
Anywho, I enjoyed spending time with my sister.
want to say you looking cozy over there.
I am pretty cozy. I'm just
Mm,
like
yeah.
sweatpants and t-shirt or sweat jacket today.
He's like, are you like you need a book and a cup of tea?
Don't be saying like all the things that I want to hear because it's like super cold outside right now. And I would want nothing more than to like be in the corner of my couch with a cup of tea
Mm.
and like finish reading my book. Like I'm in between, I don't want to say I'm in between books, but I'm reading like 2 books at the same time. I don't know why I do that. I guess my brain just kind of like hops over, but
Because you want to hear both sides of the argument at
I
the same
do. Well,
time.
no, I want to hear. like I'm interested in both types of books at the same time.
Mm,
So sometimes I get impatient where I'm like, I feel like I'm not finishing this book fast enough and I really want to start the other book. So then I go and I start the other book. But in reality, it's going to take me longer to finish both
mm.
when I should just knuckle down and finish the one so I can get to the other. Because then by the time that happens, I'm already like looking at new books and I'm like, yes, I want to get this book. I don't know. I just really like books. But anywho, overall, I had a great New Year's. I had a great birthday. I spent the day with my family. My husband did what he normally does, which is just like, cater to me, make me feel special on my birthday. That was really nice.
It's
My daughter was
exhausting.
doing her best not to make it about her.
She did terrible. She did a terrible job not to make it about her.
We went to we did a little shopping, and every time we went somewhere, like when we had said we were going to go shopping in general, she goes, "Oh, yes, I need to buy something." That's what she said. I need to buy something. So she kept going into all the stores that were obviously geared toward her, but every time she went into a store, she was like, "Oh, no, mom, it's because I need to buy you a gift." But she was only looking at things that she liked and that she wanted.
I told her, I said, Phoenix, you ain't got no money. She said, but you got money, Dad. You got money, Dad, so I can get something because you got money.
She was like, "Mom, I just need to buy something." So yeah, but overall, it was a really good birthday. I had a really good week. I just enjoyed being with my family, and I mean, there's not much else to report. I just as I'm getting older, I find that spending time with just like family and friends is really fulfilling for me. Like I just want like quality time and conversation and just
You getting
hanging out
old.
at home and just doing like the simple things is what really brings me joy. It really does. Like in a real way, it brings me joy.
You didn't tell people about the chicken you got on your birthday.
The what?
Your meal, your birthday dinner.
Oh, okay. So there's this restaurant that's in San
We're not getting
Diego.
paid to plug people.
I don't care. I can just tell them the restaurant.
Okay.
But there's a restaurant that's in San Diego called the Louisiana Purchase, and they have this meal called the Dookie Chase. I don't know why it's called Dookie Chase,
It is not.
but it's called
Lord,
Dookie Chase. But
Lord.
in the meal, you get fried chicken wings and a biscuit and the Gouda mac and cheese. When I tell you, oh, with honey, because you put the honey on top of the chicken. Oh my goodness. So good.
And that's when I had told you, I said, I don't know what it is, but when you get, like, when you hit your 30s, you and chicken,
I mean, just chicken wings, not like chicken overall. Because what's really funny is like, how often do I even buy chicken?
we
Like when
don't,
I go
we don't,
groceries,
we
when
don't
I
really
go
buy
groceries,
chicken.
I don't really buy chicken. Like as I've gotten older, especially like buying chicken from like the store. I don't know if y'all notice, but chicken look bad. Like chicken ain't chickening and it ain't doing good, right? So usually when I have chicken, it's gonna be like outside, like at a restaurant or something like that. And nine times out of ten, nine point
And
eight
that
times out of
restaurant
10,
chicken,
it's
the
gonna
same
be
chicken,
wings.
that restaurant chicken, the same chicken from
It
the
it
store.
probably is, but by the time it gets to my plate, it's dressed up. So so my brain makes it okay.
Hmm.
But anywho, yes, Louisiana Purchase in San Diego, fire. I recommend the Dookie Chase.
Mm.
Yes. So I guess with that, we'll just go ahead and hop into today's topic. So today we're gonna be talking about apologizing, guys.
Something you rarely do.
Good darn bye. I apologize when I know I've wronged you,
You
or if
do.
I feel as though like I've come off a bit disrespectful or a little bit strong.
You do.
I do what?
Apologize. Okay.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was like,
But
I
that was a
really,
question.
oh, I was gonna say, I really like kind of take offense to that because you say I don't apologize to you because I try to make a point to be mindful. Like when I know how I am. Like I know how my mouth can get sometimes. You know what I mean? And I know when I've kind of gone off the rails when speaking to my husband, and I just be like, okay, I could have said that better, or I didn't have to be as disrespectful
Oh.
when I spoke to him the way I spoke to him, you know?
Mm.
But anywho, I just wanted to touch on just like apologizing in relationships and how important that is. And do you think the apology has to be as loud as the hurt you caused. So there was a clip that I had found that I wanted to play and then kind of do a little follow up
Okay.
on.
You want right now?
Yeah, go ahead and play
Okay.
it.
If you hurt someone with your actions, stop thinking they supposed to forget about everything just because you're using words. Your words didn't hurt them. Your actions did. You broke something, and now you're expecting them to fix the problem for you. You broke the trust. You broke the connection. You broke their heart. It's going to take way more than your words, way more than you just talking. You have to put the same energy that you put into hurting them, turn around, put that same energy into helping them heal. You can't expect people to hurry up and heal and get over a pain that you caused. Your words won't heal the pain that your actions cause.
Okay.
So it made me think about like apologizing, right? And being vulnerable enough and being strong enough to recognize when you have either wronged someone or wronged your partner or have stepped out of bounds or lines with your partner, and being able to be strong enough, sincere enough, empathetic enough to come to your partner and apologize, and not necessarily apologize for something. I mean, it could be for something that you said or how you said it, because I think when we're apologizing, you also don't want to negate the fact that whatever emotion you were feeling at the time or whatever you were upset about, you don't want to completely dismiss your own emotions, because your emotions are valid too. But there is a way to say something, and you don't have to be like nasty or rude about it, or be decisive, the dismissive of somebody else. So I wanted to ask you, does your apology have to be as loud as the hurt that you may have caused?
No,
Why not?
it doesn't have to be as loud. It just has to be sincere.
Okay, so what does that look like?
You have to come from a humble place and be empathetic to the person's feelings, be apologetic, and reinforce the apology with actions.
Okay, so like, okay, if I've done something to wrong you or that hurt your feelings,
Mhm.
and I know that I hurt your feelings, but I also felt valid in what I said or what I did.
Are we doing feelings over facts or facts over feelings?
Let's just say I'm rooted and I believe what
Mhm.
I did, how I felt in the moment. I believe in how I felt in the moment, like it was valid because it was my feelings,
Mhm.
but my delivery was terrible.
Okay, so then
And I clearly hurt your feelings.
so then are you apologizing for what you said or are you apologizing for hurting my feelings?
I'm apologizing for I'm apologizing for how I may have come off that hurt your feelings, not necessarily apologizing for how I felt.
So you're apologizing for the delivery, not the message.
I'm apologizing for, yeah, it could be the delivery. But I think that my apology needs to weigh as much as the hurt that I caused in that delivery. The apology
Don't
needs to weigh just as much
I don't
so that you can understand that my apology is sincere.
I don't agree with that
Why?
because oftentimes, like I always say, it's the little things that matter.
Okay.
And the fact that you would recognize that you hurt my feelings and come and make amends for that speaks volumes within itself. Like you don't have to make a grand gesture to apologize or to make amends if what you're saying it with sincerity and then you don't repeat that action again. It's about the trend of the action. Like, so if the trend stops there and you continue to treat me in a respectful way, then the apology was sincere. And so quietly and discreetly, you fix the issue, and then that in itself will speak volumes. It doesn't have to start off as a loud equaling the disrespect. It's about you correcting the action, and then us moving forward, and you continue to not engage in said reaction or interaction again.
Like having the same response or the
Right.
same delivery, I mean.
Right. Hmm.
Okay. So, do you think an apology is necessary if you know that the points that you were trying to make, let's just say in an argument, are valid? You both can agree that the points are valid. However, the delivery may not have been the best. Do you think that warrants an apology?
If the delivery was disrespectful, yes. If the delivery was not disrespectful,
What if one person deems it as disrespectful and the other deems it as not?
then that's a case where you apologize simply for the other person's feelings. If you care for that person, if you don't care about them, then
But then doesn't that make it less sincere?
No, it's not. It doesn't make
So if
hold on, let me finish this.
Go ahead.
It does not make it less sincere because you're apologizing because you care for that person. So even though, like you said earlier, even though you have conviction in your words, your delivery upset them. So you can be apologetic about upsetting them, but not apologetic about what was said. So, like we say all the time, I understand that there's a certain way I have to talk to you and certain words that needs to be said to get you to hear me. Now, with that being said, there are times where emotions get the best of me because I'm human, and I come to you in a tone, in a manner, and in a volume that don't agree with you,
Mhm.
right? And I can be 100% factual on what I said, but the way I talk to you, you may see it as demeaning or disrespectful. So that doesn't negate what I said, but it also doesn't, on my side, it doesn't negate that I hurt your feelings. So I can be apologetic for the delivery because I could have chose my delivery better, and so that's something that could be more receptive from you.
Mhm.
So I can be apologetic about how you took it, but not apologetic about what was said.
Okay. Okay. How important do you think apologizing to your partner is?
A 10 out of 10 would recommend. Because with an apology, it comes with apologizing comes a level of respect and a level of, it's like you saying, "Hey, your feelings matter to me, and I don't want you to think that they don't. I don't want you to think that I don't value you or your feelings or your emotions, and I don't want you to think that I'm just gonna be willy nilly with your emotions. Like your emotions matter. So I'm apologizing to you because I was in the wrong in how I touched your emotions in that moment. You know what I'm saying? So I was in the wrong because the way I delivered my message or what I said was disrespectful and was hurtful, right? I had because sometimes you can say things and not necessarily mean it, but have somewhat of a malice undertone in it because you're so
Mhm.
deep in your conviction, right?
Mhm.
So I can say, hey, I came to you in the wrong way, right? I started off wrong. What I said was right, but I started off wrong. But I am sorry or I apologize for how it made you feel, right? And it goes back to last week's episode when I was telling you, as a man, as a leader, I have to know how to navigate conversations with you, right?
Mhm.
So I have to understand that, like I said last week, if I come to you a certain way, I expect you to respond a certain way, right? So if I come with you with the rah rah, I expect you to respond in kind with the rah rah, right? But if I come to you with the raw raw because it's a topic that I'm heated about because I'm passionate and it's fresh and I like I said I haven't had the time to calm down and we're just talking and I'm just telling you how I feel in the moment because a lot of times I feel like
Like word vomit, you mean?
you're right.
Mhm.
When a lot of times whenever I get into that space, I haven't had the time to have the internal conversation with myself. right? So I'm just telling you how I feel or what is what in the moment, and it's just coming out. It's coming out like a machine gun, right? I'm not processing it. I'm literally just letting everything off my chest. And in that moment, I can understand that sometimes I can be harsh with my words, my choice of words, because I'm not thinking about what I'm saying. I'm just thinking about conveying the message to you, right?
And like getting it off your
Right.
chest.
I'm
to
not
say
thinking
it.
about how you're interpreting it, right?
Right.
So in that regards, when that happens and you don't receive it in the light I want you to, or you feel like I came at you too abruptly or too or too harshly, right? Or too abrasive, right? Then I have to as your husband, it's my job now. I apologize to you because I'm trying to get clarification and understanding about something, but I've talked to you in a way, in a manner in which you do not accept, right?
Right.
And so then that even if what I say is factual, if you do not accept the tone, there is still some fault in that from me, right? So I need to apologize. That does not negate the fact that what I said was factual and what I said was true, right? Like we always say, like I said before, a lot of times not a lot of times, the delivery matters just as much as what's being said. So that's why,
If not more.
right. So if I deliver it in a way that you deem disrespectful or inappropriate, then I have to validate your feelings by apologizing. I have to understand that what I didn't sit right with your soul, and I have to validate that so that we can then have the conversation and move forward.
Okay. Is it your responsibility for how others feel? Like I've asked myself this time and time again, like, is someone else's emotions, like it's not my job to regulate other people's emotions. It's not my job to regulate how you feel. But I do think that when you're in relationship, when you're in a marriage, you do take responsibility of how your partner feels and how something came off to make them feel. So I think you pretty much answered it before too. Like, is it your responsibility for how others feel? Why do you think,
It's not
especially in a marriage,
okay.
not like wholeheartedly your responsibility, but you do have a responsibility to, I don't know how I would word this, like for lack of better verbiages, you have a responsibility to my emotional state, like I have a responsibility to your emotional state.
Okay, I will.
Not that I have to carry it, but I do have a responsibility to it.
Well, you know where I stand on this. It is not my responsibility to care how you feel, right? Not necessarily care,
Like regulate.
but regulate how you feel,
Right,
right?
right.
Now it is my responsibility to dictate how you perceive me, right?
Hmm.
And my actions towards you, right? Because as your husband, I don't want to make you sad. I don't want to make you hurt. I don't want to hurt you in any way. I want you to be happy. I want you to be at the very least agreeable with me, right?
Yeah.
So in that point, yes, I'm somewhat responsible through my actions of how you feel,
Hmm.
but how you look at me in the moment that's strictly on you, right?
Yeah.
Especially if I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do and I'm not really acting out of character, right? Now,
Okay.
if I'm in here a while and doing something out of character and I'm giving you just cause to look at me weird and be like, what are you on?
Yeah.
That's different. But if it's just a normal day, I'm not responsible for your feelings towards me, right?
Hmm.
Because whatever you feel towards me, because like a lot of times, like you said before, I do things subconsciously, not realizing, and it may trigger you to be a little annoyed with me,
Hmm.
right? Now you're annoyed with me, and I have no idea you're annoyed with me,
Yeah.
right? And it's like, if you would address it, I'd be like, okay, well, I apologize, babe. I won't, let me go fix whatever, right? So at the end of the day, I can't control how you feel. So therefore, I should not be responsible for how you feel because I have no control because
Because you don't know what's going on in my
I
head.
don't know what's going on in your head, right?
And I'm walking around with a whole attitude.
Right. And a lot of times, it could be that you're not even annoyed with me. It's just that you've seen what I've done, and that little thing maybe set on top of two or three other things that are already bothering you.
Hmm.
And so it makes my little deed look worse in your eyes,
Hmm.
and you're mad at me because you're already kind of like in a mood,
Yeah.
you know?
That makes sense. I don't know. I just think like when it comes to apologizing, because when I talk to some friends and other people, um, we have the conversation about, do you apologize to your partner? And a lot of I have quite a few people who have said to me that it's not their responsibility to apologize, especially to their husbands.
Mm.
I feel like I hear men apologizing more sometimes to wives. But go ahead.
To say this, I'm gonna say this. As a husband, as the leader of this family, right?
Mhm.
I have to apologize to you, right? Because it's part of my job to make you feel safe,
Yeah.
right? And if I am around here just
Bulldozing.
bulldozing past you, not acknowledging your feelings, just blowing them off like whatever, just deal with it. You know, you're fine.
Mhm.
You got all this other
Mhm.
stuff right. If I'm doing that, do you feel emotionally secure? Or
No.
do you feel like I'm not paying attention to you emotionally at all? Right? So part of my job as
And
a
that puts me in a really bad headspace.
right. So part of my job as your husband is to make sure that you feel secure on all levels.
Right.
Not just feel like if somebody come in here, I'm gonna throw myself in front of you.
Yeah.
Right. But do you know that when you're going through something, I'm gonna willingly accept the emotional trauma or the emotional stress that you're going through as well, so that you can be in a good headspace to operate through your day.
Yeah.
And part of doing that is me apologizing to you to let you know that, hey babe, I see you, I see what you're going through, and you're not alone in this, right?
Yeah.
So that's another form of me providing security to you.
And I think when it comes to like me apologizing to you, for me, it's important that when I recognize when I've disrespected you, like I think I've talked about this before, but like I said in the beginning, my mouth can get, I know how reckless my mouth can get sometimes
Very reckless.
when when I'm annoyed with him, or when something is bothering me and I don't necessarily know how to express it. I can get disrespectful, like with my tone, right? And for me, it's important for me to apologize to you, because even when I have spoken to you in a tone that I know is disrespectful, it doesn't sit well with me. And it
Mm,
doesn't sit well with me because I respect you and I have respect for you as my husband, right?
I agree with that.
So I think, it's important that I recognize that, hey, I was disrespectful to my husband. He didn't deserve for me to speak to him like that. He doesn't deserve to be spoken to like that. And then on the same note, in my mind, I'm also thinking like, I would not want you to feel like
Mm.
you just have to take it because you're the man.
I will say this.
Because I
I,
also do feel like that's what a lot of men think, like they just have to take it because they are the
oh
man.
no, well that's a fact.
Yeah,
You know,
and
but
I try to be conscious of that when I make the effort to recognize where I was wrong, or
mm,
in the wrong, to apologize to you, because I don't want you to feel like I don't have respect for you. I don't want you to feel like you're not that man in my eyes. You know
and
what I'm saying?
and I can't speak for all men, but I can speak for me. Something just isn't right in my soul when we're not on the same page,
Oh, I know.
right? So when we're battling and we have a difference of opinions, or we have a difference of words, or we have
We're just
any
not on the
we're,
same
we're just not
page.
on the same
We're not
page,
vibing.
and we're not vibing, and everything seems to lead to an argument, or everything is a disagreement, or
Mhm.
everything like you want red, I want blue, I want lavender, you want red. You know what I'm saying? When it's like that, it just don't sit right with me, and it makes me uneasy, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't like to be in that headspace. So a lot of times, what I would do is I'd be like, okay, well, let me go try to talk to her. Let me try to apologize. Let us get back to a level playing field,
Mhm.
level minded, right?
Or
S-
you just start acting like everything's good, and
Right.
you like come and you tackle me and like try to hold me and kiss me and stuff. And I'm in my head, I'd be like, okay, I know what he's doing, because I can feel that energy from
Right.
you. Like
Right.
when we're like bickering, or we're just not seeing eye to eye,
Hmm.
I can feel that like in my husband. I can it's an energy. And I can tell that it makes him like uneasy,
Right.
and it makes him like, I gotta get back on good terms with my
Because
wife.
my
Like
thing
this
is
ain't cool.
I always say, like, if I'm wrong. and you're mad, or if I'm upset you, like I always say, I can't manipulate your timetable of being
Right.
right with me, right?
Right. Like the
But
clip said.
right, but but me personally, I'd be like, okay, look here, man. It's been a day. It's been a day and a half. Like, how long you gonna hold on to this?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm pouring my heart. I've apologized 2-3 times. I've went and got you know how I do.
Yeah.
I start popping up with your favorite stuff. Like, hey, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, what more can I do? Because it's like when we're not in, it's like my soul just ain't. I can't enjoy nothing. I'm keeping it 100. When we're
I
like,
can't enjoy nothing.
I can't like, even when I'm mad at you, right? I'm mad at you, I can't even enjoy anything, because when I'm mad at you, it affects everything. So now that I'm mad at you, right?
Are you mad at me, but are you mad at the situation too
It
that
don't
we're
even
not on the
matter.
same
It don't
page?
matter. It could be I'm mad at the situation. I can be mad at you. It don't,
Mad.
it's just I'm just mad, and you're in the relationship, or you're the reason why I'm mad. When that is the reason why I'm mad, I can literally walk in the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
right, and there be something minute as uh a rotten orange, and it would ruin my rest of my day. Like, everything would just upset me.
I'm not
Right?
on good pages with my wife. This damn rotten orange is
Oranges,
sitting here in the
right,
kitchen.
right,
Nobody saw the
right,
rotten orange,
right.
huh?
I can't focus. I can't enjoy anything.
Oh, you be lovesick, babe?
Well, I love your ass.
You be lovesick over
Like,
me?
it's just like I just
Little old me?
I don't like I do not like when we are not on the same page. It bothers me. I can't even enjoy my food. I can't, I can't even enjoy my food.
Oh,
I can
jeez.
sit there now. See, now that's when you're mad at me, right? But when I'm mad at you, oh, everything else is good. I'm good.
Because the roles have
Because the
reversed.
roles has changed. I'm mad at, and it could 9 times out of 10, if I'm mad at you, you in the wrong. You done, and you know you're wrong, and you probably can't apologize for me. And I'm like, nah, I ain't ready.
I'm sticking to it.
I ain't ready. I ain't ready. Hit that crap
But
right
you
now.
know what? I feel like that kind of goes back to what we talked about a little bit last week. And when I had said some people are addicted to drama, it's like when you have that feeling of like you're just being stubborn and you're not trying to get back on like even terms because you feel like the rocks are in your corner because you were the person that was wronged, and so it's going to be my responsibility or my decision when I decide to soften up and when I decide to let you in, right? So it's like that's the little piece of the drama I think we all have with the pettiness
Right.
that we all have that's capable
I
inside
would
of all
just
of
gonna
us.
say, what I notice is that when I'm mad at you,
Your petty patty come out.
I tend to max your petty from when you mad at me. Like, I recall, I'm like, you know what? I'm finna milk this shit. Like, she milked it when I was in the wrong, and I'm finna.
I don't milk it.
Next topic.
I don't milk it.
I'm not gonna. Okay,
How
babe.
do I milk it? I want to
Baby.
know.
Baby, you string it along.
How do I string it along?
Because, like I said,
okay, if
like,
you refer that to me being stubborn,
hold on, sexy. Like I said earlier, you know that when you're mad at me, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you 4 or 5 hours, and then from this point on, I'm trying to get back in your good graces. So you knowing that, you will request things. You will request me.
What do I request?
Babe?
What do I request?
Babe, you'll be like, babe, can we go eat here tonight? Or you be like, you know what? I was looking at this. And
are you trying to say
yes.
I guilt you?
Yes.
Into getting things that I want?
Yes. Yes.
That is not a thing.
Babe.
Okay, well, maybe it's something that I do that I'm not aware of.
Babe, you aware of it. You know damn well what you be doing.
Wait.
You know damn well.
This is news to me.
You be like, babe, babe, can you wash the dishes? Or babe, can you do like things like that?
Do I say it sweet like that?
Yeah.
When I'm upset with you?
Yeah, you either say it sweet, or you like, it'll really help if I can get some help with like you
that's passive aggressive.
You throw subliminals at me.
That's
right?
passive aggressive.
You be throwing the subliminals at me. It'll really help, if I could, get, I could get some help around the house, or maybe you could do the floors. That's your big thing.
Because I ain't doing the floors. Every time I turn around, it seems like these floors are dusty again. And I don't understand because ain't nobody wearing their shoes in the house.
You-
So I don't understand why I gotta keep
But it's
washing
like,
these floors so often.
but it's like, you have to admit that when you're mad at me, oftentimes
Mhm.
you make me work for it.
I don't. How could I say this?
Go ahead and lie to
I
yourself.
don't know if it's me making. Well, I guess that could be deemed as me making you work for it. I know that for me, I get into my head where, I think a little bit. I don't know. I don't know if we can recognize this as trauma. I guess, but in my head, I get into. I don't say it to you, but I say to myself, I be like, forget it. I don't need him to do shit. I don't need like like that's the type of attitude I get in my head. Like, okay, you want to be like this or you don't want to do this. This is exactly why I don't do this for you. And this is exactly like that's the dialogue I be having in my head. Like, I don't need this. I don't need this. Like, forget you.
You make me work for it.
So I guess.
And don't let me like trying to rub up on you when you mad.
Oh. See, and but the thing is like when you start rubbing up on me, like when I'm upset, I'm not gonna just like push you away. I don't just like blatantly push you away, but I do give the body language like
you come to bed in sweats.
Because I do want clear communication that like, I'm really not feeling you like that right now.
Look here, people.
I'm not gonna tell you
this is how
I'm just not really feeling you.
This is how well I know my wife.
I just want you to know that.
If my wife don't wear socks often to sleep.
I never really wear socks to bed.
If my wife come to bed with socks on, ain't nothing happening. That's a sign.
Wait, who was I watching? I think it was Tab and Chance.
If she has sweat,
and he said if she don't have the bonnet on, then he said it's not tonight.
if
the bonnet go on the nightstand.
If she wearing sweats or socks, I don't waste my time.
Why?
I don't waste because I know what it is. I know you tell me without telling me. You tell me without telling me.
That just means I'm just trying to be cozy.
Okay. The person who never wears, you just said you never wear socks. So that's why I know when you come to bed.
That's why I was saying, like, if I'm upset with you and then you still be trying to like cozy up next to me, I'm not gonna like push him away and be like, no, but I'm like my body language is gonna say,
no, because you want to be,
just so you know, I ain't feeling you.
You want to be held, so you gonna benefit from that. Then you gonna push your little booty back because you want me to rub your butt so you can sleep.
And then that's it. That's all I need.
Right.
That's all.
But
and then when you try to take it a step further, I'm gonna be like,
it's done.
I'm gonna be like, just so you know, like I have my jacket on and my sweats.
Shop is closed.
And so I'm not pushing you away. Not pushing you away. Mm-hmm. Not telling you no. I'm just saying I'm not really feeling you like that right now.
Business because I can tell when you open for business by what you come to bed in.
Open for business? Right. Can you not say it like that?
Well, hey, that's why I know like when the roles are reversed and I'm mad at you and you know you're in the wrong, now you want to wear your little cute little nightie to the bed.
I don't. I just wear like some shorts or something.
But you got the little booty meat hanging out the bottom.
Not the booty meat.
You want me to see it. You want me to be enticed by it.
Not the booty meat. I have booty meat.
You be like, babe, you want me to rub your back? You want me to rub your feet? I'm like, no.
I just say, do you want me to massage your back with the massager?
You're like, no.
But in your head, you really be like, damn, that would really feel good right now. But I gotta stick it to her.
Right.
I can't let her think that she off the hook. And then when we go to bed and I be like, good night, you be like, night. And I be like, I love you. Like, love you.
This is how I know my wife's trying to apologize to me. She be like, so what you want to eat?
Stop. You need to stop.
What you want for breakfast, babe? What you want this? Okay, that's how I'm hip to her. Like just like she always say, Maurice, I've been with you 20 plus years.
I know you better than yourself,
Kanisha,
homie.
I've been with you 20 plus years. I know you better than you. I know you better than I think I do.
Better than you think you do?
I don't know better than you think I know you. I don't pay attention to you all the time, but I pay attention sometimes. I can't look at you all the time because I'm focused on what's ahead of us. Keep it a bean.
I can't. Well, yeah. Anywho, apologizing to your partner is essential, guys. It's just as important as the offense that you have wronged them with. Okay. So please apologize to your partner if you have been in the wrong. Apologize.
It's about having a healthy
It's,
emotional relationship.
yes, say it again.
A healthy emotional relationship.
And it's not always easy. Like, don't
It ain't
think,
easy at all.
I was gonna say, don't sit here and think like we trying to say like it's super easy. It is not always easy to admit your faults or to admit when you're wrong or to have to come to your partner and apologize. It is not easy all the time, especially if it's something that you have not been working on, especially if it's something that is very foreign to you.
Whenever you are put in a position where you have to be selfless, it's not easy. Because
Do you think apologizing is a selfless act?
it is. It is. Because just because you believe I wronged you don't mean I believe I wronged you.
That's true. But that's why I was trying to say, like, is it sincere if you're apologizing, even if
It is considered
I
because
do. You explained it.
care about you.
I know you explained it. I can see that. Okay. I like that. But yes, it's not always easy, guys. But it's something that needs to be done. It is a journey. Okay? Ups, downs, ebbs,
All around.
flows. That is the work. I just always want to say it like that. That is the work. So hopping right on into our 2 cents.
Yay.
Oh, I can't. Y'all know my husband is messy. He like mess and drama.
I get it from you.
Okay, listen to
Let me tell
this
y'all
one.
something.
Oh my
If y'all
gosh.
tell my wife something, she gonna tell me. Just so I know. I know way more than I should. And as a good husband, I do not relay this information to anybody.
As you shouldn't. It should stay right there with you.
But she be pillow talking.
No, I don't. Stop.
Okay.
Okay. So this one says, am I
Hold on. She be pillow talking so much that even Fetty Wap with his bad eye can see. Go ahead.
You thought when you said that one, that was gonna be the mic drop, huh?
It was funny to me. That's
I
all
know it was funny to you. I know. Okay.
Come on, man. That's my booty impression.
Am I wrong to force my husband to sleep outside in the cold?
Yes.
I'm in complete shock at the moment. My hands are shaking, even writing this. I'm on a burner due to the nature of this post. I don't want anyone close to me knowing this yet. I found out my husband of 11 years has been living a double life and has been doing something so disgusting. I can't even fathom how this was getting past me in my own household. My husband is a truck driver, and more times than not, he'll be out trucking for months at a time.
Keep on.
He doesn't have to be, but reassures me by telling me that it'll help us make more money. So I thought nothing of it until recently. I feel so stupid because I didn't put 2 and 2 together that he's been making the same amount of money since he first started trucking. He wasn't out months at a time back then he started later. He hasn't made more money. So where's the extra time going to? Well, I found out from a friend of his who revealed to me that he's not only been cheating on me with several hookers, but he's also been running around and having an affair with his friend's daughter.
That's why you told.
And that he's been letting her stay in his truck. He came home last night and I couldn't even look at him. I was so disgusted. I made him pack his stuff and told him to leave. He's been calling and texting nonstop saying he's out in the freezing cold in his truck and he doesn't want to get a hotel because of her, because he can't afford it. All morning he's been banging at the door and part of me feels bad because of the weather. I just don't know if I want to let him in. The other part of me just wants him to leave and leave him out to the wolves and the elements. He keeps saying he wants to be home because he works so hard and because he's cold and he wants to try to explain himself. I just feel like there's nothing to explain. I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out right now and I feel betrayed. My life is falling apart before my eyes and words cannot describe the pain. And I know what he did is so wrong, but am I wrong for not letting him come back into the house? I'm just worried because we both have ownership of the house. So I don't know if I'm even legally allowed to keep him out. Am I wrong for wanting him to stay outside?
Yes, it's called.
My dude, he been sleeping with hookers.
Here's my thing.
What you talking about? Oh, yes, it's cold outside. He's been sleeping with prostitutes.
The second you said he was a hooker,
across the road. The
second you-
second was a trucker.
the second you said you saw, I said, "Oh, this is about this,
This
is
is
about
about him.
this is about them lot lizards.
What do y'all call him?
Lot lizards. It's about them lot lizards."
Wait. So in case y'all didn't know, my husband drives trucks.
They ain't gotta know what I do.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, just for reference and like how you know terminology. Are they really called lot lizards?
Yes. Here's my thing.
I can't.
Are we for sure? Are you sure?
Sure?
Because it seems like now it could be a possibility here.
He's been gone for months at a time, and she has not seen an increase in money.
Okay, but it could be first of all, I can explain that because trucking rates are down. Anyway, it could be a possibility that his friend wants you, and he's trying to create a divide.
Are you really going to choose to look at it from that angle?
It's possible. It's possible.
Are you really going to choose to go at that angle?
It's possible.
But we're not going to negate the fact that nowhere in there does she say that he's denied.
Okay, because right, he hasn't had a chance to because she kicked him out and won't talk to him. Right? Does she have concrete proof, or is it just hearsay?
I just feel like
because you can't be convicted with hearsay.
But there was proof that the daughter of his friend was sleeping in his truck,
and
the friend knows that he was.
That don't mean they're sleeping together. She might just need somewhere to stay.
But if he's sleeping with lot lizards,
she don't know that. Has she interviewed these lot lizards?
Oh no, you're not doing that.
She don't know.
You're not doing that.
She has no concrete evidence.
You're not doing that.
She has no concrete evidence.
Okay, and then what? Okay, so the only reason that you can come up with that his friend would lie and say that he's been sleeping with lot lizards is because he wants his friend's wife?
Either he wants his wife or the friend thinks something's going on with the friend and his daughter.
Or do you think he's upset because he's been sleeping with his daughter? Mind you, we don't know how old the daughter is, but we're going to assume that she's at least 18 years of age.
He's upset because allegedly he's sleeping with his daughter. We have nothing concrete.
But I think too, you know what type of friends you got.
Mm-hmm.
You know what type of friends you got. And he probably know that his friend is around there sleeping with lot lizards and have been sleeping with lot lizards for months at a time. He been working all these hours going back and forth over the road, but we ain't got nan extra money.
That's not a friend though. That's not a friend.
To tell your wife that he been cheating on you?
That's not a friend. That's not a friend. If you my friend, you on my side.
Even if I'm in the wrong, you're on my side. Okay, so
that's part of being a friend.
Okay, so now that makes me wonder if I was out there doing you dirty, and my bestie knew that I was like out there just like popping it open for everybody, and she see you every weekend, you wouldn't be upset with her?
No.
Now, what if she told her husband, so her and her husband knew? You still wouldn't be upset with either one of them? That neither one of them told you that I've been cheating on you?
When you tell a married person something, you expect them to tell their spouse. So if she know, I'm pretty sure now her husband might tell me.
But he's sworn to secrecy because she be pillow talking.
Yeah, but see, that's different. Now
No. That is not different. Because she confided in her husband, and her husband is keeping her word.
It's funny you said that.
So that is not different, and he has no allegiance to you just because he's a man.
Hold on. So I had a friend of mine tell me today that he knows that his neighbor is cheating. And the reason why he knows his neighbor is cheating is because his wife...
The neighbor's wife?
The neighbor's wife can see his text messages on his iPad. Rookie move.
The neighbor's wife can see her husband's text messages
on his iPad.
Because he leaves his iPad at home.
And so my friend's wife has now read the text messages on the iPad. So, and like I said before, if the wife know, the husband know.
Okay.
Right? So
it still ain't their responsibility to tell.
So he literally asked me this question today. Should he tell him? And I said, I wouldn't tell him. I would just drop subtle hints to make him think about it.
Wait a minute. Why would you play mind games with people like that? Because then now he's gonna be sitting there looking at you like, dude, are you trying to tell me that my wife is cheating on me?
Because like somebody else said on the phone, right?
Like somebody else
Right.
said. I love how you're trying to
Right.
be so
Right.
like
Right.
somebody else said on the phone.
All you gotta do is go up to him and say, "Hey, man, you know Apple. When you have Apple products, your message is on all your devices."
Yeah, but what if he doesn't have any suspicions?
Oh, you gonna have suspicion of that?
Oh, do you mean just telling him like, hey, like whatever you got going on your phone, like come up with a fake scenario and be like, I was trying to
All you
surprise my
gotta,
wife,
hey,
but
man,
I forgot that she can see all my
the
text
net,
messages on my iPad, and then the neighbor would be
the
like, wait a
network
minute,
is
what do you mean?
the network is connected.
Yeah, and then the neighbor would be like, what do you mean? And you can be like, yeah, you didn't know that whatever you do on your iPhone, it goes straight
Yeah,
to your iPad, and then the neighbor would be like, oh shoot.
yeah. You gotta let them figure it out. Because because my thing is let's just say right. Let's say I'm this whatever. I think she's in the wrong. If she's be mad, she can make him sleep on the couch, but don't put him in the cold. That's my answer to that, right?
Okay, because I
But
mean, he probably still pays the mortgage on
right,
that house.
right. My thing is, as your friend, I'm not gonna tell you like, hey, um,
Your dude is out
right,
there
right,
slanging peace.
right. But like, I would go to my like with my guy friend. It's
Mhm.
kind of like the Kevin Hart joke. Hey, nigga, she got the drop on you.
Just so you know, you're
Just so you
not
know.
as slick as you think you
Just
are.
so you know.
So basically, you're still helping your friend.
Because he's my friend.
So you're still gonna be like, hey, I'm not gonna say nothing to her, but I just want you to know that she spoke to my wife,
Mm-hmm.
and my wife told me that's just silly.
I'm not.
My wife told me that your wife know exactly what you doing, bruh.
Hey, better watch your back.
Your wife know exactly what you're doing. Okay, well, I'm
And I said,
happy
and
to see what you said.
the wife's in there around here talking about you.
But the thing is, it's like going back to your friend with the neighbor. If he knows that the neighbor is cheating, the other neighbors know too.
Yeah, because
We all see.
Because the wives talk.
Well, not only that, but whether we all admit it or not, we are all seeing what's going on, like how people move in and out and through, like with their homes. You know what I
That's
mean?
why I stay consistent. I go to the same places at the same time.
But like we have a neighbor, and I promise you, love my neighbor to death, but he knows what's happening
right,
in everybody's like he comes over to us and he'll be like, hey, you know,
so and so,
just so and so down the street, they just got
so,
we be like,
so-and-so.
how do you know this? And he goes, what? And so I be thinking to myself, like, I tell Maurice all the time, you make sure you be limited to
I
talking
don't
to
tell him nothing.
don't be out
I
here
don't tell him nothing. Look here, the thing is about our neighbor is
because if he see your garage up, he gonna walk across the street.
like
he
he
gonna
did,
talk, yeah,
like I was out today cutting the trees. He came over.
uh-huh.
And,
And he tried to talk to you for like hours.
So, but the thing is, like I tell my wife, with our neighbor is he's retired. He ain't got nothing better to do.
Right.
This is how
All
he
he
keep it
do is
going.
work on his cars.
That's how I keep it
He
going.
take his wife grocery shopping.
That's how I keep it going.
I said you are literally like the neighborhood watch / gossip magazine /
He tell you who got a new car, who just traded their car in,
and who going
just had
through
a
a rough
baby,
time.
who got people over there.
Like our neighbor next door. They had separated. He just came back home. Like, you be surprised the things and information that people get and knowing about what's going on in your house. But anywho, I would agree with you about not letting him be outside in the cold. I mean, initially putting him outside in the cold, like trying to teach him a lesson, I get it. But then at some point you are gonna have to talk to him, so you might as well let him back in his house.
But why you mad? He finna go back on the road anyway. You ain't gonna let him be warm. You finna leave anyway.
Okay, he's probably not gonna be able to go back out on the road, and I'm pretty sure
bills to pay.
But I know I'm just saying that if they want to work on their relationship, for me personally, if that became an issue where you were like messing around with lot lizards, the first thing I would say is you're gonna have to get another job.
Why would I mess around with walking chlamydia?
I'm just saying. The first thing I would say is like,
herpes,
obviously, no more. You can't like work as a trucker, so you gonna need to go get a new form of income. That's the first thing.
Trucking is all I know.
But and then obviously you won't be sleeping with me anytime soon.
Even if the test is clear?
Anytime soon. You won't be sleeping with me anytime soon, sir.
Let's get to the real issue of this. His friend's a bitch.
Oh.
He ain't a friend.
Oh.
You don't rat your friend out.
Oh.
You don't rat your friend out.
Well, you don't sleep with your friend's kids.
Hey, he might have crossed the line, but if she's a consenting adult, don't be mad.
Okay. Well, if you're not already doing so, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Life After I Do Podcast. Also on YouTube, Life After I Do Podcast. New episode is every Wednesday. You can reach out to us at Life After I Do Podcast on gmail.com. Until then, we will see you all next week with a new episode. Peace.
Peace.